5 versus 5 Queensberry promotion beats Matchroom Boxing. I know Eddie Hearn was turning when he saw that clean sweep, man. 10-0. You know what I'm saying? Put up your 5 best guys. I'm gonna put up my 5 best guys, and we gonna see who comes out victorious. Now Matchroom was down early, but then they thought that Raymond Ford was gonna come in and he was gonna be able to beat Nick Ball. And look, man, such a close fight, a great fight. I mean, that was one of those fights where you look back and you be like, man, that was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? And the 12th round was even better because in that 12th round, I think that Raymond Ford definitely needed that 12th round, and I felt like Raymond Ford could have won that fight in that 12th round. He rocked Nick Ball. You know what I'm saying? Raymond Ford might not have the most power, but he has very quick speed. He's very quick. So the speed just caught Nick Ball. And I felt like Nick Ball did a great job, man, you know what I'm saying, in clinching. Cause he was hurt. He was definitely hurt and you could tell, but it was more of a he had to just survive and keep continue going, man. And it was just like he would survive for a second and then just start throwing big haymakers. You know what I'm saying? So that was a very good fight, man. Daniel Dubois against Philip Hergovich. I mean, that was just a tremendous fight. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Dubois getting that dub. You know, it was it was it was good to see Daniel Dubois back on, with confidence. You know what I'm saying? Philip Hergovich is a very good fighter, and I felt like Philip Hergovich could have gave Daniel Dubois a lot of problems, which he was putting on a good performance, but it was just ultimately too much. Daniel Dubois was just too much, and he was just giving Philip Hergovich everything that he could handle. Now we get to the main event, man. Come on now. You talking about Deontay Wilder versus Zhilei Zhang, and you talk about a fight where it was, basically both fighters is ready to retire. A Zhilei Zhang who's 41 years old, and a Deontay Wilder who's very well on to about to be 40, pushing 40 very soon. You know what I'm saying? So this was kind of like a winner go home. And Deontay Wilder, it's like the saying says, it's like the saying goes. You can't teach old dogs new tricks. And, obviously he came out pawing with his jab and he was trying with that jab, but it didn't look organic. It didn't look clean. It didn't look was it effective? I mean, for the most part, Zhilei Zhang, he wasn't doing much in those early rounds. He wasn't doing big things. And Deontay Wilder was obviously scared to let his right hand go. And we've seen this time and time with Deontay Wilder. His confidence is shot in the sport of boxing. He just doesn't have that confidence that he once had to throw that right hand and land that right hand with precision to knock his opponent out. Now I don't know if it's the level of competition. Obviously, after Luis Ortiz, he started fighting step up on his competition. And, the Tyson Fury one obviously took a lot away from him. I think it took his heart and his soul. I think that he's just fighting for money now. Obviously, he's 38 years old and he wants to have that generational wealth. Nothing wrong with it, but I don't think that he's a big enough fighter to really compete with those top dudes in the sport. He's 38 years old and he's just racking up his bag. You know what I'm saying? He's racking up his bag. Ain't nothing wrong with racking up your bag, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you know that you gonna go in there and get paid. But the problem is that you're taking severe damage, man. You're taking severe damage every time you're going inside of that ring. Now, Zhilei Zhang catches Deontay Wilder with a mean hook that like barely looked like it grazed him, but it caught him straight on that nose, straight on that button. It was just me. It was so crazy because Deontay Wilder literally had no idea where he was at. He looked over to the ref to try to complain because I don't know if he thought he got hit, where he got hit. You know what I'm saying? But he looked over to the ref to complain, and the ref, what the fuck are you looking at me for, bruh? and then all of us, and then that big right hand comes through, man. And it was just like perfect timing because Deontay Wilder turns around and he kind of gets like swung. He turns around and then he kind of looks at the ref. And once he looks at the ref, Zhang just comes and just hits him with a clean right hand. I mean, you can't make that up. It was just a beautiful knockout. You know, you got to give credit to Deontay Wilder though, man. You know, even though he was knocked down, he got up, and look, he was even the CTE got to him. You know, he even thought he could go for 12 more rounds. You know what I'm saying? He was telling everybody around him, "I'm good. He didn't even hurt me." You know what I'm saying? Where it's crazy, but you're the fighter. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame the fighter. Uh, at the end of the day, you can't blame the fighter because the fighter just wants to fight, you know, and obviously he doesn't want to go out losing like that. So that kind of it puts something on you. You know what I'm saying? He was knocked out on his feet. The ref should have stopped. Yeah, I mean, of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the ref did. You know, and he definitely did. Are you talking about before he got knocked out with the right, or you talking about after? Unprofessional ref Deontay's chin is problem on top of no skill. That wasn't unprofessional by the ref, bro. Because the first thing about boxing is, protect yourself at all times. If you turn around, that's not nobody's fault. That's you got hit and you kind of turn around to look at the ref. The ref can't help you there. You got clipped with a very good shot. This is not. I don't know what people expect. This is boxing. You know what I'm saying? You can't just because somebody hits you with a hard shot, you can't just stop the fight and be like, "Hey, ref, what's going on here? Are you gonna let him catch me like that?" No, that's where defense comes in, right? You can't blame that on the ref, bro. The ref did his job. He told him to fight on because you can't. You got to protect yourself at all times. This is boxing. We know this. This is not a ordinary thing. He got caught, and you know how Kevin Hart was like that. He felt like when he was in the street fight, he felt like he was getting hit by an octopus. That's what he thought he felt like. He thought he probably got hit with like 60 shots and once, and he probably thought that he got hit in the back of the head. That's his fault though. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it wasn't like the dude hit him in the back of the head or did anything that was out of the norm. You know what I'm saying? That was a very clean shot. He caught him. Deontay Wilder looks over to the ref to try to I don't know do what, but I mean the ref can't save you at that point. You obviously got clipped. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing there that you could be like to try to stop that fight. You should have threw your mouthpiece down. That's what he should have did, but not knowing what to do in that situation. I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, dog, you get hit by this big ass motherfucking dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully so, bro. That right hand, bro, that would have knocked everybody out, man. You know what I'm saying? And Deontay Wilder got up, and like you said, the no skill and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, he had no head movement, man. If he don't have no like an ounce of defense in his game. You know what I'm saying? There's not like even an ounce of defense for him to and then what Malik Scott was saying he was like, I already knew that Deontay Wilder lost the fight when Malik Scott talking about some we don't want to take the fight to him and shit like that. I thought that shit was soft, man. I thought that shit was soft. You got a dude that has zero confidence, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You don't want him to go in there to jab. You know what I'm saying? That's something that he's not. But I get it because they gotta get paid. You know what I mean? Deontay Wilder never put on this bullshit ever again, man. You know what I'm saying? Turk Al-Ashish should never put on this bullshit ever again, man. You know what I'm saying? These fighters that just need the paycheck and shit like that, man, put them on like the in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see guys that really don't have no love for the sport no more. You know what I'm saying? Except for the money of the sport. And I don't want to see that type of shit. You know what I mean? Because you want to go out on your last limb type shit, man, bro. You're getting smoked every time you out. You know, Malik Scott ain't teaching you shit, bruh. You know what I mean? He ain't teaching them man shit. You know that bullshit jab that he's throwing out there. That shit is garbage, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is garbage because he can't uphold that throughout the whole fight. He's not gonna be able to keep that up throughout the whole fight. If he was able to do that throughout the whole fight, okay, granted, he's not athletic enough. He's not skilled enough. He's not good enough to do all that. You know what I'm saying? That's not something he was learning. You know, and when you got these big 280 something pound motherfuckers coming at you, bruh, there's no way in hell you're gonna be able to be taking those types of hits, man. You know what I'm saying? So if you did have a very good jab, you would be a better fighter, of course, in the heavyweight division because it'll help you out a lot more. But that's not the type of fight you should be fighting, especially with a dude that has lost before, man. Yeah, it was gonna get gritty, but again, he's scared to throw the right hand. He's not. He doesn't want to throw it. He doesn't want to throw it at all. And we seen that last when that in that fight. We seen that in that fight. He didn't want to throw that right hand. He had one very good he did it once, and it was really good. You know what I'm saying? And if we got that type of Deontay Wilder, he had a potential to knock out Zhilei Zhang. Zhilei Zhang even said, man, he hit me with some very hard shots. He said that he blocked a lot of them, but you could tell that he has a tremendous amount of power. You see what I'm saying? So his power is real. That's who he is. You know, that's who he is. His power is real, and that's who he should have been last night. But again, he's not a dude that's gonna throw punches and bunches. He's not a dude that's gonna throw combinations. He's a dude that's gonna wait for you, try to time you, and hit you with the equalizer. And I think that obviously stylistically, it just wasn't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you can't push back a guy like Zhilei Zhang, who has very good technique, who is a very good fighter at the age of 41 years old. You know what I'm saying? Going through a midlife crisis, and still going through a midlife crisis and all, man. And he's still out here whipping ass. So, you know, Deontay Wilder, I mean, very best. I think that he should be retiring. Retirement is probably the best thing for Deontay Wilder. I don't want to see Deontay Wilder back in the ring. I think that it's the same thing. He's gonna be a punching bag for everyone. You know what I'm saying? He has now turned his trajectory of his career. Now he's the laughing stock of boxing. He is the punching bag of boxing. He is no longer that one dude that be knocking dudes out, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you could possibly remember him for that, but now you like, man, this dude, every time he went up, he got smoked. Every single time he went up, he was getting smoked out in the ring. You know what I'm saying? After that first fight, when he drew with Tyson Fury, instead of running his mouth and talking all this dumb shit, he should have been in the gym training. Cause he could have possibly got Tyson Fury the fuck up out of there if he would have did that. But guess what? I just don't know that. I don't think that Deontay Wilder is gonna be continuing on in this sport, and rightfully so. I think that it's time for him to go. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see the old man still trying to, you know, go out there and be the punching bag to these fighters. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see you go inside of the ring and not even throw your right hand, your actual the punch that fucking makes you who you are. See that right there? That shit tells me, man, it's over, dog. It's over. The sport of boxing for Deontay Wilder has come to a close. Zhilei Zhang, I mean, I think he has possibly one or two fights left, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? You got a guy that's about to push 42, bruh. I doubt he'd be fighting until he's like 45 or something like that. I think that Zhilei Zhang, obviously, he might get that possible fight with Anthony Joshua, and that might be his end out for his career. And he deserves that opportunity. He's a very good fighter. And I mean, I would love to see that fight. You know, Anthony Turgal, she obviously wanted to make that Deontay Wilder fight, but bro, that fight has been so long gone. Nobody cares about that no more. Nobody wants to see that anymore. That's not even a real fight, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a real fight. If we're being 100% completely honest, you know what I mean? It's not a real fight. Nobody cares to see that. Anthony Joshua will smoke this dude, and that's just how that the cookie's gonna crumble on that. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder doesn't have the skill uh, to compete anymore, in my opinion. But we'll have to see, right? Because I mean, the money's gonna bring him back. The money's gonna keep bringing him back, and he could potentially just hit that one equalizer at one point to anybody, and he could potentially give somebody the fuck up out of there, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Deontay Wilder is back! Deontay Wilder is back!" And in reality, we know that Deontay Wilder has been long gone. You know what I'm saying? But the heavyweight division is brewing, man. I mean, I'm telling you that thing is it 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 has so many fighters, and what I like about what Turkalashi is doing is that we're actually seeing these fights. You know, that's what I like. Another thing, Dimitri Bivol against Zenat, bro. Dimitri Bivol. This was not a part of the Queensberry Matchroom one. This was a non 5v5 one. But Dimitri Bivol looked like, he looked good, but he looked bad. Because if we talk about a guy that makes zero mistakes, and that is Dimitri Bivol, right? So in the aspect of, did we see the same Dimitri Bivol? Probably not. Zanat, it wasn't really. He's not really the greatest dude in the world. You know what I'm saying? This was a tune-up. This was a fill-in. Arthur Betterbeeve, you know what I'm saying? Obviously had to go due to injury, and Dimitri Bivol took on that opponent. You know what I'm saying? And this was a guy, obviously he didn't know he was preparing for or anything like that, and he still got him the fuck up out of there. But if we talk about the Dimitri Bivol performance, he was getting touched a lot by Zanad. You know what I'm saying? If Zanad had more skill, if Zanad had more power, but that's the one thing that he does have is the power. So let me not take that away from him. But if Zanad had more skill, that fight would have been very, 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 very competitive. I mean, I'm talking about very competitive, but Zanar just wasn't as skilled, good, durable, but not as skilled, right? And we seen the mistakes that he does inside of the ring, you know what I'm saying, pulling back, and things like that, man. And that's the type of things that got him caught and got him dropped in that, what was it, first, second round, whatever. That's what got him caught. But I like this 5v5 thing that they got going on, man. This is what boxing should be like. You know what I'm saying? My five against your five. You know what I'm saying? Like NBA basketball, like anything like that. You know, different all promotion companies, if they participate in a 5v5, whatever, bro, that shit will be vicious, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then Turk she makes a tournament out of it. Let's say this week, we're going 5v5 top rank versus PBC, right? You put up your five best guys, we put up our five best guys. You know what I'm saying? And then and then we rank up points every time. You'll win 3 million, whatever the 3 mil that the promotional company won, like Queensberry, right? You'll win 3 million, but at the end of it, there's a grand prize to the actual winner of the whole tournament, bro. That would be crazy. That would be crazy in the sport of boxing, and I think that this is much needed in the sport of boxing because it just makes it that much more entertaining, right? Because now you have guys that are fans of promotional companies. You know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, like if they're Hogwarts, what's the other one? Duffeldorf. You know what I'm saying? Like they in Harry Potter or some shit. So these dudes are gonna be rocking the promotional company shirts and shit. Yo, I'm rocking with them. I'm rocking with PBC on this one. I'm rocking with Top Rank. Yeah, top rank over or no rank. You know what I'm saying? These dudes really gonna be out here talking like that, bro. You know what I mean? So we need this 5v5 in boxing, man. Look, you put your best five guys up, I'm gonna put my best five guys up. You know what I'm saying? And every time we go down the line or whatever, who cares? You know what I mean? Dog, that shit'll be vicious. That shit would be vicious. Your best five against my best five. Come on now. You can't beat that. Surgeon, what's going on, my brother? You can't beat that, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to keep seeing. That 5v5 shit, it makes it more intriguing. You saw Eddie Hearn get swept 10-0 in a joint where you thought Eddie Hearn's joints was going to come in and they was going to do decent. I thought Raymond Ford was going to be Nick Ball. I didn't think Nick Ball was really going to come out there and put on that type of performance either. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. I like that 5v5, man. Let's get top rank. Let's get top rank versus matchroom. Matchroom versus Queensberry. Queensberry versus top rank. PVC versus top rank. PVC versus Queensberry. PVC versus, you know what I'm saying? That's how you gotta do that shit. Bro, you will get so many exciting fights, it's not even funny. You know what I mean? It's not even funny because you want to be the best. Let's say you want to be the best promotional company. Now you gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? And Frank Warren, that's a piece of turd right there. That dude is a piece of turd, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because after the fight, Chris Mannix he asked him, now you have $3.5 million that you're gonna be able to distribute around to your fighters. And guess what this piece of turd says? Oh, it's not for the fighters. It's a thing for the companies. It's a thing for the companies. So this piece of turd isn't even going to distribute that 3.5 million around his fighters that won him the $3.5 million. I mean, let's think about it. You know what I'm saying? That dude's a piece of turd, man. They should get nice hefty bonuses for what they did. You know what I mean? For what they done, what they went in there and did, they should get nice hefty bonuses. You know what I'm saying? Because that just makes your promotional company looks way better, and it makes you look like you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? As far as matchmaking and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I like the 5v5, but obviously there's gonna be corruption because Frank Warren already fucking he already started the corruption. Motherfucker said, "Oh no, that's not for the fighters. That goes to the company." Like, yo, dog, you know, fuck your company, bruh. You know what I'm saying? These dudes out here putting their life and soul out there, motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't, but a nice little hefty bonus. Maybe throw another $10 on top of the little fight purse. You know what I'm saying? Throw a little $10 for a soda or something. You know what I mean? Don't just keep the whole thing, you fucking animal. You know what I'm saying? Keep 1.5 million and distribute the rest. You know what I mean? But I like the 5v5. Turk Al is doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? My only scare is that everything is gonna be in Saudi Arabia time now. That we're gonna be seeing the Saudi Arabian it's gonna be the Saudi Arabian boxing league. My only thing is that, you know what I'm saying? But if the United States don't have the money to fund this, then obviously we have to find somewhere to go fund it. You know what I'm saying? And it's very understandable that these promotional companies are working with Turk Al, you know, but sports in America is starting to come to an end. Starting to come to an end, guys. It's starting to come to an end. I'm sorry to tell you, but sports in America are starting to come to an end. The only thing that we're gonna have is the NFL, and that might be it, bruh. I think because soccer players have sold themselves out. You know what I'm saying? They're getting all the top names. What fucking the PGA Tour sold itself out. Uh, Boxing has sold itself out. You know, so now the big money is gonna be in Saudi Arabia. Can you blame them though? I mean, you really can't blame. You know what I'm saying? Because you talking about money hungry people. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about people that don't care as long as the money is there. You know what I'm saying? So if the money's there, then That's just how you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? But sports in America is coming to an end, man. Unfortunately, I'm hoping that we're gonna see those fights, but the big fights, unfortunately, on the East Coast, we're gonna have to see them at 6 p.m. And that's bullshit to me. That's not really a prestigious. I love boxing because on the East Coast we watch fights at 12 p.m. You get fly, you go out to the party, you go out to the boxing fight, you go out to the boxing party, you get fly. You know what I'm saying? I don't like watching fights at no 6 p.m. where you running errands, you doing things like motherfuckers got shit to do, bruh. You know what I'm saying? If I'm paying for a service, it needs to be for my convenience as well. So if a fight is at 6 p.m., it's no good for me. Certain says I like it early, bro. I can't stand early fights, bro. I can't stand it, bro. Growing up, here on this side, fights, the main event is always 11:30, 12 a.m. That's how I like it. You know what I'm saying? Cause we like to get fly and go out. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy the night. You know what I mean? You get fucked up throughout the whole night. You know what I'm saying? If the fight is at 6 p.m., bro, I don't even want to drink at 6 p.m. I'm just like, all right. I'm not trying to watch this shit in daylight. You know what I'm saying? Where the sun is beaming down on all the on the TV screen. You know what I'm saying? You at the bar or something. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody got time for that shit, man. 6 p.m. Nah, motherfuckers work to. There's people that work to 6 p.m., bruh. Ain't no way in hell they gonna be catching no fights. You know what I'm saying? But they don't care. Why would they? And if you on the West Coast, it's even worse in my opinion. Bruh, you watching a fight at like what, like 1 p.m.? The only thing I want to see at 1 p.m., at 4 p.m. is football. That's it. That's the only thing I want to see at 1 p.m. or 4 p.m. is football. On the East Coast, football start at 1 p.m., the first games, and then the second game start at 4 p.m. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I like to see it. Man, like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you want to be notified. Come on, man. We need more 5v5. Sir Galaxy doing his thing. Sir Excellency himself. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. The Sports in America is coming to an end. Turk Al-She is the new co-founder of All Sports in Saudi Arabia. The UFC sold itself. Boxing has sold itself. PGA Tour has sold itself. Soccer players have sold themselves. And NASCAR about to be next. We out, man. Peace.